All right, let's round this up with a really quick segment on dual national team players. Menendez, Ledesma, Slonina, Cade Cowell's brother, all looking to represent other national teams in the last few weeks.
Cade Cowell.
Cade Cowell has been deciding on Mexico or US, as has his brother. Slonina was called in the preliminary roster for Poland in the Nations League. Ledesma, Menendez, the Cowell brothers are deciding on Mexico or the US. How worried should we be?
I think to some extent, maybe we should be worried. I think it depends on how some of those go. What I think people will gloss over, because I think we see in the news a lot of these players are switching away from the US, like Jonathan Gomez, David Ochoa, Julian Araujo, a lot of guys switching away from the US. But the US has convinced a few like big name, like first team impact players to join the US, like pretty recently. Yunus Musa had plenty of other choices to pick, and he ended up going with the US. Serginho Dest, same thing, convinced him to come play here. Gio Reyna probably could have played for other teams as well. I believe he was eligible for others. So I think we have to keep some perspective that, you know, Greg has done a good job of convincing guys to play for this team. And we have to like learn to pick and choose our battles. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to keep every player. How many of these, the question is like, how many of these guys could realistically make a first team impact with this team in the future? Probably not most of them. So should we really be too upset that they've walked? That's probably up to the person. I think in this case, I would be sad to see Slonina and Cade Cowell go to another team, but I wouldn't lose my mind over it either.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think you also forgot about how we were able to convince a ton of the German American population to join us, like Fabian Johnson and Jerome Casevader. You're forgetting very impactful dual nationals for the 2014 team.
Yeah, I think John Brooks too, wasn't he dual national?
John Brooks was a switch, I believe, too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe wrong there, not sure. Haven't looked that one up. But it's not like you're right. It's not like we haven't benefited from it, right? Serginho Dest, Musa, both of those guys playing massive minutes in our qualifiers and in our Nations League. Everybody's at this point in history, everybody is going to have some sort of tie to another nation that they can go to if they'd like. If you it's not about having everybody, it's having the right bodies. If you've got the right people, you're not worried. Do I think Gaga Slonina is the future? Yes. I think we are weak right now in the goalkeeper spot. We've talked about our issues with Stefan and Turner. Horvath is okay. I think Gaga Slonina is the future. I would love to keep him around. But here's the thing. We are producing football talent at a rate that nobody else is producing. For every Gaga Slonina, there are 10 more. Just got to wait a year or two to find them.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, look at FCC. Look no further than there. Already making the next Gaga Slonina.
I got to look all the way to the moon? I can't see that far.
Well, you said in the group chat that they're stopping right now, so you don't have to look.
They are. They took a pit stop at number 8 in the power rankings on their way to the moon.
I mean, who beat Gaga Slonina last weekend? I'm just saying.
Facts. Does this affect the way that the men's national team is being viewed going forward? I know we kind of hit on it, but just to really reiterate it, are people looking at this like, man, everybody's trying to go play for other teams? Should I go not play for the men's national team if I can go somewhere else?
Nah, I think they're losing out on some of like the smaller battles. I mean, I think these guys have like good potential, obviously, but I would love to see this team continue to win over these dual national like European players, like your Dests and your Musas. Like go win Balogun from Arsenal.
Yes.
Go convince him to join us. Like I would much prefer to win those battles as opposed to losing someone who's currently like scrapping for game time maybe in like MLS or like a youth team in Europe or something. And I know Bogdan hasn't really played much for Arsenal. I don't know if he's even played at all, but I prefer to go for those like European dual nationals as opposed to the trying to just win over everybody, convince everybody to stay.
Okay. Sorry. Want to hear the craziest thing today?
Sure.
So I'm looking at the Poland squad that called in Slanina. By the way, Buksa, Swiderski, Frankowski, Jozwiak, and Slanina now. So 5 MLSers in the Polish national team. You know who else is on this team? There's one name that doesn't quite fit.
Ooh. I feel like it's a weird one.
It's very good. Matt, if Matt's listening, he'll know. He actually brought this up to me a while ago. Or maybe you brought it up to me. You might have brought it up to me.
Why is this kind of like ringing a bell?
You said it was a football manager thing, I think.
A football Ivanov?
No. Matty Cash.
Oh no, I didn't know about that.
No.
Matty Cash is with the Polish
Matt
team?
must have told me then. Matty Cash got called in the Polish national team.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
So
never
again,
going to break it.
We're not the only people losing talented players. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold has nobody to challenge it now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, people are going to be like worried about losing, like Ledesma, but I mean, that's like the equivalent right there. It's like, okay, you lost Matty Cash, but you have Trent, you have Reece James, you have Juan Bissaka, like you have this whole list of right backs already. It's like we have Pulisic, we got Gio Reyna, we got Tim Weah, we got Brendan Aronson. It's like we're gonna be fine. All these guys still have plenty of time to play.
Yeah, but the issue is they're all made of glass and paper.
That's true. But
we need everybody we can so that we can just cycle through.
We still got Paul Areola, Christian Roldan, Sebastian Lletget.
Right to my veins. Michael Bradley is ready to go when you say the word.
Jordan Lewis.